Hey, what is up, Soul Tribe? I hope you're doing super well. I have finally got a super exciting announcement for you, and that announcement is that after around 2.5 years, I am finally releasing my first ever complete debut EP slash album. And if you've been following me for a while, you've probably already heard two of the songs, Deserve Me and Sweet Kinda Sadness. If you're new to this Soul Tribe, welcome. I love you. Thank you for joining me. But essentially, I am going to be releasing all of the 5 original songs on my debut EP one by one in order of how they are meant to be on my album. So this has been a super long process, and ironically my debut EP is called The Process because when I started writing it, I think I knew that this was going to be messy, a bit of a roller coaster, up and down, lots of changes, lots of edits, lots of iterations, and finally this is happening and I'm so excited. So my debut EP is called The Process, and it is dedicated to my 20s, which were a roller coaster, because this was a time in my life where I was figuring out who I want to be versus who society wanted me to be. Especially as a woman, especially as a brown girl, I had a lot of pressures put on me as to like, here is what your life path needs to be, and here's what everyone else is doing, and therefore you should do this too, and if you don't do it, there's something wrong with you. And I think I went through a massive journey in my 20s, starting with this feeling of confusion, frustration, not knowing who I am, trying to make everyone else happy, but also feeling unhappy within myself. All the way through to my late 20s, where I am right now, where it's just a feeling of confidence and self-worth and belief in what I stand for and in my choices and decisions. So in this album, I am not shying away from any of the taboo topics. I am not shying away from facing or talking about any of the pressures that I felt. And I think the biggest pressure I felt was marriage pressure, and this concept, especially in our South Asian communities, that marriage is inevitable as a brown girl, and the sooner you do it, the better, because nothing else matters. And I think that's something that I'm really passionate about talking about and dismantling, because that pressure I have personally seen has affected so many of my friends' lives, so many young women's lives, and at the end of the day, marriage is our choice, and it's a decision that we must take upon ourselves, by ourselves, when we're ready, and if it feels right for us. And so I'm dealing with topics like that in my album, all the way through to just the general sort of social pressures that a lot of us face around, hey, like, take a 9-to-5 job, don't take risks, you know, like, follow this life path, don't go traveling for 5 months, what will people say, log kya kahenge. Like, I am dealing with the whole gamut, the whole thing in this album, and I'm ready to do it. I'm just ready. I'm ready to have this conversation because it needs to be had. So I am really proud of all of the songs on this album, and I think it's been worth the 2.5 years of hard work to make sure that I feel like I'm putting out the best version of me to you. The entire debut EP, The Process, it's coming your way, and I could not be happier. I think I'm ready to close the book on my 20s and move forward with a fresh new outlook, and at the same time I'm ready to share this super personal part of my life and my journey with you. And please stay tuned. I am pumped and I'm super grateful. Okay, I wish you all the best, and I am excited to share the next 3 months with you in this crazy journey. The Process, it's coming out now. There's no stopping it, I hope.